Christian and Billy will be facing off against Rohan Murdock this weekend. Be a very interesting fight. Should be the fight that'll dictate which guy will be facing off against David Morrell, or there'll be a mandatory for David Morrell in the next couple of months. I feel like in Billy, he's definitely on the roll right now as far as guys who's ahead, as far as been in tough fights, been challenged. A lot of guys at 168 haven't really done much, so they can definitely kind of make something happen. But Rohan Murdock, he's been challenged as well, facing off against guys like Zach Parker. He faced a tough loss to him, but he does things well in the ring. He's very competitive. Should make for an interesting fight. I feel like Murdock is very good with a jab. He'll have an advantage as far as with the jab in the fight. And Billy, he uses a jab as well, but when he gets in the mix of the fight, he usually likes to tee off on guys and go toe to toe. The jab really isn't needed in close range, so that's definitely the range he likes to fight from. So with Murdock, he's gonna want to be at a distance, want to move around the ring, kind of use his stamina. That's gonna be something that's gonna be his strengths as far as his feints, and I don't know about his hooks. His hooks aren't really punches that I would say are his specialty, but they have gotten him to a certain place in the past. I've done him well, but it's definitely not something I would expect for him to kind of win a fight off of. He'll have to win a fight off of a jab, uppercuts, different things like that. He can't really rely on just trying to go toe-to-toe with a guy like Christian and Billy. He'll lose the fight. So he likes to move around a lot, but if he can't move around, if he starts to stand in front of him, which I think will be a problem, he could possibly get knocked out. He isn't chinny or anything, but when certain guys hit you, it doesn't really matter. You're going to get knocked out, especially if they know how to hit you. So he's definitely someone that I feel like he can give Mbilli a hard time, but standing in front of him, I feel like it's going to be an issue. He can still get knocked out. But with the jab, he's going to be able to stay in the fight. But a lot of guys, they don't really have the stamina for the jab, really have the punch output just for how they need to get through a fight. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they like to bring up guys like Ali all the time, but what they don't realize is Ali was moving around the whole fight, and he used to jab throughout the whole fight. So a lot of guys can't really do that, man. They're really out of shape. So I would expect Murdock to really come in this fight in tip-top shape if he actually wants to have a chance. He knows what he's up against. It's not going to be impossible. He's going to have some flashes and different times in the fight where he's going to be looking like the best fighter in the fight, but it's not going to be much, though. It's going to be like here and there early, but I feel like if Billy going to turn it up immediately, by the second, third round, it's going to be kind of competitive. I feel like if Billy going to try to jump inside early, probably around the third round, he's going to be trying to have him against the ropes, trap him in the corner. He's definitely going to be trying to go to the body. His overhand left is kind of a punch that's very powerful. He likes to throw right uppercuts that's very deadly as well. But I feel like right now, if Murdock can stay on the outside, he has a chance because Mbilli doesn't have too many punches that he throws from the outside that's really much of a threat. But when he gets in the inside, it's really lights out most of the time, especially when guys go to the body. But if Murdock can kind of counter well, which he does, if he can kind of do some good countering, he'll actually be able to show some different things. But it's not easy to really counter against a guy like Mbilli. And if you can move him around the ring, if you try to stay stationary in one spot, if you can move him off the line and different things like that, you'll have a good chance of winning the fight. But it's not gonna be as easy as he may think it is. I just don't hope he comes in the fight kind of without a game plan, because then it's gonna be bad. He's just gonna end up getting knocked out, and it's just gonna be a highlight. But I feel like he'll take it serious if he's gonna take the fight. But there's no guarantees though. At the end of the day, it's definitely not a guarantee if he's gonna win or not. It's always a 50-50 fight, but if he tries to go in there and tee off with Mbilli, it's over with. But Mbilli, he has to also try not to use too much energy trying to knock him out. I feel like if he's patient and going to the body and trading upstairs and different things like that, and throwing his uppercut when he has a chance, has him leaning forward a little bit, not smothering his punches, I feel like he'll definitely have a chance. But he has to look for openings. A lot of times he throws punches, very hard punches for no reason. It kind of misses a lot of times. Throws a little too high. Just kind of leaves himself open a little bit. So as long as he doesn't do too much of that, I feel like he'll have an early knockout. But if he kind of gets a little sloppy and kind of use too much stamina early, it'll be a long fight. Might go 12 rounds, 10 rounds, but I wouldn't expect it to. But right now, I would say it'll probably go 4 rounds, probably a fourth round knockout. If he does everything right, he can knock him out in the 4th round. Because I feel like Murdock, he kind of stands in the way a little bit too much. He uses feints early, but later on in the fight, he kind of, guys tend to outwork him, out-hustle him. And that's kind of been his downfall. So as long as he's hustling and doing different things like that, he should be all right. But if he's not hustling or kind of going back and forth, he's not really gonna have a chance. Especially if he's not throwing many uppercuts. Because a lot of these guys, they got good uppercuts, but they don't like to throw the punch because they don't like to be inside. They don't like to be inside at all. Once they throw a punch, it gets dangerous for him. Because in Mbilli, he can throw a hook immediately. A check right hook, he can throw one immediately and just be over with. So he has to kind of be careful about that. And Murdock tends to drop his hands, so I feel like that'll probably be an issue as well. Just from a stamina standpoint, you know what I'm saying? But if it's not easy, if it's not early in the fight, if it's later on, stamina gonna be a problem for him. Stamina gonna be a problem. I feel like his stamina will be better, but it'll still be a problem because he gonna have to move around most of the time. But in Mbilli, all he needs to do is kind of get him on the outside, trap him against the ropes, kind of go back to kind of going to the body and waiting to go upstairs, 1, 2, 3 to the body, and then probably throw another power punch upstairs, and then you can get a knockout easy on him like that. But if he just head hunting and the guy's leaning back on the ropes and dodging certain punches and moving around the ring, he's not gonna be able to knock him out. Because a lot of times he gets tired from trying to go for a knockout punch. But I feel like he'll be patient. He's not gonna have to chase after him much. It's not gonna be that type of fight where he's gonna have to hunt him down. But he will do that anyway. That's kind of his style, so it doesn't really matter. But I feel like it's gonna be a 4th round knockout by Mbilli. But that's all I got though. Like and subscribe.